Good evening, gentlefolk. Today I'll be running you through a quick guide to get your first coal power plant set up and running efficiently. I'm assuming this will be your first coal plant. As such, you won't have access to any alternative recipes and only the basic structures at this point. However, you may have power shards. If you do have them, this setup can be overclocked quite easily. Just maintain the same number of power shards in the plants as the miner. However, if you do get to a full 3 shards in everything, you will only need 5 shards between the 2 water extractors. Let's get straight into it. For this build, you will require the following components for buildings alone. You will need 1 portable miner, 16 iron plates, 10 concrete, 100 reinforced iron plates, 60 rotors, 126 cable, and 40 copper sheets. Depending on how far your coal node is from suitable water, you will also need extra copper wire, iron rods, concrete cable, iron plates, and copper sheets for conveyor belts, water pipes, and power lines. You will want to find a coal node as close to deep water as you can. The closer the better, as you will waste less materials on belts. This location isn't the best, but as the fantastic location over here is already occupied on this playthrough, I will use this one here for the purposes of this guide. Now place your miner mark 1 on your selected coal node and run your conveyor belts to your water source. Tech 1 belts are fine at this stage, but if you do use power shards, then a Tech 2 belt will need to be used between the miner and the first splitter. You'll also want to run a power line while you're at it, just to save you time later. You can tell if your water is deep enough if it allows you to place a water extractor by turning blue. So this will do fine for me. So let's start just building here. I'll throw down a few foundations to make it look nice, but you could just build on the shoreline if you don't have the resources. Now that my foundations are in place, let's throw down 4 coal plants like so. You will want to place 2 water extractors. As you can see, I only did 1 at the moment. That was an error on my part, but I do add 1 in later. You will want to place pipeline junctions in front of each coal plant's fluid intake port, about 1 foundation block back from the plant, so you can avoid clipping belts later on. Connect the pipes to the water extractors and the coal plants. Be aware that if you don't have boots yet, then the pipes will be too high to jump onto, but if you sprint and crouch, you can slide under them like so. Now for the belts. First place 3 splitters like so to spread the coal evenly. You can do them in a linear fashion, but then you will need to wait for overflow in order for all the power plants to be filled with coal. Run the belts from your coal line, through the splitters, over the pipes and into your coal plants. Connect all the structures to your power grid. You will need a total of 45 megawatts of power spare in order to bring the coal mine and water extractors online. If you have enough spare power in your grid already, just plug it straight in. If not, a single biofuel burner will be enough power to get your coal plant started. This is when I realized I had forgotten the second water extractor. All you need to do is place a junction on the line so you can connect it into the rest of the grid. Now you just have to wait for the coal and water to arrive at your new power plants, and you will be up and running, providing you with 300 megawatts of power raw. But it does take that 45 megawatts to maintain these power plants, so I'll be adding a total of 255 megawatts to your power grid. I hope this video is of help to any new players here. If you have any further questions about power generation or anything else Satisfactory in general, please let me know in the comments below.